celebrating that someone died, but that is not what this video is about. But this video is about what happened after the man died. So now it looks like we have an update on the legal case between Monica and Lolo. So really, pardon me if it looks like I'm jumping from here to there, but I want to really believe that many of you know what's up. So we are just going to be analyzing each clip. Yeah, just follow through and let's see what Monica has to say about the impending court case against Lolo.
Mona Siao, he said, we have received the email below from Golden and Thompson solicitor. Come and see, their lawyer is negotiating. It will be on live video. We go to tell now another thing. Please give us some time to come up with something. You must go that court. You must go. You go.
Okay, so here Monica says that Lolo's solicitor is negotiating. And of course, we know that Lolo got her money. She got enough money to be able to pay her solicitor to respond to Monica's solicitor. Yeah. And well, she has, I don't think she really did a video to tell, well, should I say that wrongly? Well, I'm not sure if she did a video to inform her viewers that she already sent a letter before Monica did this video, but apparently she has sent the letter to Monica. So it looks like Monica is saying here that Lolo's solicitor is negotiating. So she didn't give details, and that is a problem with just dropping hints here and there, because we really can't do much with it without details. What are we going to do? Okay, they are negotiating about what? That is not clear. And she also said that Lolo's solicitor asked for some time. Like she asked for more time, or the solicitor asked for more time. And I'm like, more time to do what? I thought Lolo already told us what she was going to instruct her solicitor to deliver to Monica. She wanted her solicitor to say, look, after this letter, don't expect any more letters from us. This is the last one we're writing. We don't have time for this. If you want to go to court, go ahead, take the case to court. We are not paying you anything. I'm not succumbing to your conditions. I'm not going to respond any longer. This is the last letter. We've tried. Go to court if you want to go to. So that's what she told the viewers that she was going to tell Monica. So this kind of like surprised, I believe, a lot of people to hear that Lolo's solicitor is asking for more time. And I'm like, more time for what? Like, what is really happening? So it's a bit confusing that we are hearing one thing from Lolo and another thing from Monica. Let's listen further.
Magic case will never reach court. You don't take out to 3 lawyers. Case never go court. Me, I still get my one solicitor. Your own, every letter is different solicitor. Why are they rejecting you? Oh, Betty. Una mama one the support. He go take solicitor, another one.
Okay, this is another very, I don't know, controversial one. Monica claims here that Lolo has taken up to 3 lawyers, or rather solicitors. And I'm like, that cannot be correct. It cannot really fully be correct. I don't know, because we know that only 2 letters have gone back and forth between Lolo and Monica. Monica sent 2 letters and Lolo responded with 2 letters. So how can you have 3 solicitors write 2 letters? I'm not understanding, unless they are in some kind of fusion together. So she's like, this is the 3rd lawyer. You don't take up to 3 lawyers. You don't go take another solicitor. And I'm like, but only 2 letters. Like, you guys should help me out. Just drop your comments. I'm going to read comments very soon. You guys should help me out if I missed something. So the first letter arrived on Lolo's birthday. We all saw that. And then Lolo responded saying that, una case no hold water. We can't do anything with this. Then Monica's solicitor also wrote another one. That's the 2nd one. And I believe the last one, that, oh, you guys are not you're not even empathetic with my client. She's going through distress and you guys are just, So, and then Lola said she was going to tell her solicitor to write certain things that I already mentioned. So that was supposed to be like the 2nd letter. So even if Lolo had changed solicitors, then she would have two. One that wrote the first one and the other one that wrote the second one. So how come we are talking about three solicitors here? Did Lolo send three letters? Not that I know of. If any of you know of a third letter, please let us know. And if it's also possible for three solicitors to write two letters, also go ahead and drop your comments. Let us know about that. But I have no idea what is going on here. And I believe Monica kind of like concluded that based on the letterhead, because she mentioned the name of the solicitor that wrote this last letter. And I believe that's Gordon and Thompson. I looked up that solicitor. I looked them up. They're in London, and I have some information about them. I want to do that one in a separate video. I'm not going to contaminate this video with that information, but yeah, I have another video coming up about that solicitor, Gordon and Thompson in London. Yes, and I also, well, no, that's another one. Okay, so probably the solicitor that sent the second letter to Monica is different from the one that sent the first letter. Maybe going by the letterhead or the name of the solicitor, you'd know. I don't mean the name of the person who signed the letter, because sometimes within a company, maybe they have 4 lawyers within a company. One can do one letter and maybe he goes on vacation. Another lawyer can take over the case. So that one is very possible. But when it's a different company, a different chamber sending the letters, that means there is something critically wrong somewhere. So we still need information about that, but we are going to hear Lolo's side of the story in a jiffy.
Show evidence I change lawyer. You don't receive the letter. The letter is on the way. You never receive her. I don't tell you if you never hear to the morning I go tell and say, Lolo say, if the letter reach in hand, and if you no read down, me, no guy, I shall read it for her with the letter heading, the name of everything. When I reason the matter, how she tell no say I changing lawyer. They don't write letter with a different letter heading. They don't write a letter with a different lawyer.
Okay, before I talk about what Lolo just said, we heard Monica in that previous video saying that you must go court too. So we can actually take that as a confirmation that this case is going to end up in court. And I'm kind of like navigating towards the fact that that might actually be a positive thing, in the sense that this whole case between Lolo and Monica has gone haywire. Like, it's beyond anyone's control right now. You guys can totally agree with me. Initially, I would be like, a court case in a saga. But now, especially with what I've seen this week come up again with that DNA thingy, I'm like, a human being, a blogger, an analyst, how do you say that? A live video presenter, an elder. Nobody can put an end to this madness. Let the law take its course. Maybe only a judge can really put an end to it. Because if you don't follow what the judge instructs or decides, there are repercussions. And I'm sure neither of them would want to face those repercussions. So I'm thinking that as long as both of them have said, okay, we are not letting go, then let a higher power, which is the court of law, let that higher power take the final say or have the final say. So I think it might not actually be a bad thing that this case will end up in court. Do you guys understand the twist or the change? It's not really even a change, but initially you'd be like, why person would they go court because of saga? But this one, if you have been looking around Facebook this week or in the past few days, you'd know that this one, it don't pass saga. This one don't enter another level. I don't think there is any other saga on social media right now within the Nigerian community that is as grievous as this one. If there is, drop those comments. Let me know. Just mention the names. Even if they are Yoruba people, they are Igbo people, it doesn't matter. Just drop their names. Let me go check them out and see if truly there is any other saga on Facebook that is more serious than this one that we are talking about today. Before I go on with the next clip, I want to ask you guys to go ahead, give this video a thumbs up if you like it already. But if you don't like it, also give it a thumbs down. It is going to give me an idea of what people think. Share your comments. If there is anything I'm saying that you feel like, this one is not correct, go ahead and write your thoughts and your opinions. Let me know, because I'm going to be reading comments in
it's a case. They can't tell person, say, where do you want a wicked? And no, I want my justice. I want my justice. I want my justice.
All right. So there she is also explaining why, why this thing really has to go to court. Like, she wants justice. And you guys probably have seen this picture online this week already. This one, it has surfaced again online. It kind of like disappeared for a while and it came back again in the last 2 days. I had to cover their faces because it's just madness now. Right now, it's no longer saga. This one, it don't enter wizardry, witchcrafty, like I don't even know how else to explain it. So I can understand that she's saying, look, I want justice, like help. Like, do you understand? Okay. So now I asked the question on Facebook. Like, I saw some videos and I was like, when I listen to Lolo's video, and look, I've always maintained, and I'm still going to stick to my word, that you cannot tell people how to spend their money. You cannot tell people who to donate to. You cannot tell people, that they are wasting their money. Of course, it's your opinion. If you feel they are wasting their money, it's your opinion, and you have every single right to share and air your opinion, but you cannot actually tell them, make una no donate. Like, seriously, they work for their money. They decide what they do with it. If they want to throw it on the street, by all means. But I am very opinionated. You guys know that already. So my opinion in this, I'm going to share with you, is or does Lolo deserve to be donated to for this court case? And I'm really going to give you guys my opinion. And my opinion is not to push anyone in any direction. If you want to donate, go ahead and donate. But do I think that person you're donating to deserves it? I'm going to give you a yes or no answer. But before you hear my answer, you guys should go ahead, drop your opinions. Let me know if you think she deserves it, even before we listen to her talk, before we listen to her videos, because I am going to tell you what I think after we've heard her video or her words. So I'm going to tell you what I think, but before then, go ahead, take this second, take this moment, and just write yes or no. Does she deserve it? If you think she deserves it, write yes. Does she deserve it? If you think she doesn't deserve it, write no. Yes? Okay. Keep it very honest. Don't say yes or no out of hate. Don't do it. Just be honest based on everything that you have seen so far, because that is, like, I take all my videos case by case. I wouldn't judge based on what someone said about something else. I'll judge based on what is happening now. That is why my videos can fall in your favor today and tomorrow, because there is no emotional attachment anywhere. We just say it based on what we see at that point in time. So let us just watch a few clips.
I came to Europe. I saw it that this is my life. Whatever country I end up in, it's my life. There is nothing like I'm going back to Africa to go. It's not there. Stop deceiving people. Stop deceiving yourself. Haven't you seen a 60-year-old woman in your working place? Maybe you've not reached there. Why are they not going back home? Or do you want to tell me, Lolo, all my years abroad, if I was determined to build a house in Nigeria, I wouldn't have been able? Of course I will. But it's a conscious decision not to do it, because I know there is nothing there.
All right. Let me quickly put up that picture. This one. The show must go on. Okay, before I talk about that video we just watched, which I'm going to play again before I talk about it, let me quickly talk about the last video Lolo did, talking about, or rather refuting and disputing what Monica said about her changing lawyer. She said she did not. So how did Monica come about? You don't change lawyer 3 times. And Lolo also said She is ready to read the letter that her solicitor sent to Monica, that she didn't change solicitors, and that the letter is on the way, that Monica hasn't even received the letter. And I'm like, how do you know? Is it not an email they send? At least they send emails to Lolo. She has said it severally. So I want to assume they also send emails to Monica. I really don't know. Maybe they send it by post. But Lola is saying that the letter is still on the way. So whatever that means, she said that she is going to read it out, which for me, I've always maintained that is the way to go. You want people to take your word for it. You want to be trustworthy. You want people to believe you. You want to sound credible. You really have to show proof. We have seen so much and heard so much here on social media that they just end up being lies. Like, people don't even believe anything anymore. If you don't come forward with proof, you're just talking, because no one can buy bread with it. So Monica saying that Lolo changed solicitors, nobody can take that one to the shop. Like, seriously, it's just someone talking. Of course, her fans would believe her. They'll feel like, why would she lie? But the vast majority of the public are feeling like, okay, you just the talk. But the one that comes forward with proof is the one people are really going to listen to at the end of the day. And that is the one that is really going to get that favor from the public. So if Lola is stepping forward with proof that she still has the same solicitor right from the first letter to the second letter, way to go on that one. So let's listen to what we just listened to right now. I hope you guys are dropping your comments, by the way.
I came to Europe, I saw it that this is my life. Whatever country I end up in, it's my life. There is nothing like I'm going back to Africa to go. It's not there. Stop deceiving people. Stop deceiving yourself. Haven't you seen a 60 years old woman in your working place? Maybe you've not reached there. Why are they not going back home? Or do you want to tell me, Lolo, all my years abroad, if I was determined to build a house in Nigeria, I wouldn't have been able? Of course I will. But it's a conscious decision not to do it, because I know there is nothing there.
Okay, then let me quickly summarize what this is all about. So Lola did this video the other day, and that is the video that kind of like inspired my video today to ask the question: does this woman saying all these things deserve people's money? We are going to listen to more, but this video is about Lola saying that if you don't have European Union citizenship, look, to just put it lightly, you're worthless. That is to just put it simply and friendly, and just to keep it really decent. She didn't use the word worthless, but that is the interpretation. That is the message she was conveying. She said it with different examples, which you guys are going to listen to. But if I were to tell someone within the same intellectual capacity as with me, I would just say, okay, the woman just said that if you don't have a European Union passport, you are worthless. Yeah. So in this one we just listened to, she said, this is my life. Any country I go to, I settle in, that is my life. Don't deceive yourself. There is nothing like going back to Africa. Why are you deceiving yourself? And I'm like, okay, let's take a break before we get too excited. So the fact that you have decided that this is your life in Europe doesn't mean that this is everyone else's life in Europe. It is your opinion. It is your choice. It is perfectly fine. But saying that, why are you deceiving yourself? Telling people, why are you guys deceiving yourself? There is nothing like going back to Africa. Why are you deceiving yourselves? That is already taking it over and beyond. Because now you are addressing the public. And why this also matters is that the public that you are addressing is the same public that you should be accountable to, because you demand something from them regularly, on a regular basis. They are funding your legal case at the moment. Okay? So I felt like, okay, this was supposed to actually be a motivational message according to Lolo. Okay, that is what she understands by motivation. And then she also gave the example of, and I know they see 60-year-old women for, I know they see them for a working place or whatsoever. Why are they not going back to Africa? And I'm like, what an excuse. Okay, so you see old people at your place of work still working, immigrants, not just old, like Africans who migrated to the UK and they are working there and they are over 60. And you are asking, why are they not going back? And I'm like, what kind of comparison is that? Do you know their background? Do you know if they are still going to go back in 5 years? So because they are not going back, then there has to be something good about them not going back. Then you don't go back. And other people who choose to go back are deceiving themselves according to what we just listened to. And Lola also said that if she was determined to build a house back home in Nigeria, do you guys think that I would not have been able to do so after all my years in Europe or abroad? And that is a question she kind of like posed to you guys to answer. Do you think, if to say I want build house for Nigeria, you think say I know feed one after all my years? Of course I can do it. That's what she said. It's a personal choice not to do it. And I'm like, fine and good. That could be true. Why not? Some people choose no. Why would I go and build a house in Nigeria when I don't even go there sometimes in 3 years? It's a waste. It could be a very valid decision to make. But I'm feeling like, okay, the same Europe now that you are promoting and saying this is your life here, why haven't you also bought a house in Europe? Since this is your life. So you also just chose not to buy a house. At least we still see people who live in Europe, not even up to 10 years, they are able to purchase a house, for example. So we are giving examples here. If we want to just say things based on, I don't have it, so let me use that as an excuse, people see these things, people read through these things. Yeah. So, and the reason I'm saying this is I have watched many videos by Lolo. She is going to bash you if you don't have what she has. If she has a license and you don't have it, you're worthless. If she has a car, you don't have it, you're worthless in her eyes from the words of her mouth. If she has a Dutch passport or a European Union passport and you don't have it, you're worthless. And I'm looking at Lolo now, and I know that one day, if God blesses her and she's able to buy a house, I know 100% that she's going to come on live video and also say that, Una, where did this Europe so many years? Una, no fee buy house. You guys are going to be worthless also. The reason she's not adding that is because she doesn't have it at the moment. And for me, look, I'm very critical in my analysis. You guys know, I think deeper than what I hear. Yeah. Okay, let's just listen further before I talk too much.
When you get your document, you obey the law, and you walk through your passport, is the ultimate achievement you will ever get in this Europe. If you don't have money, money don't matter as long as you have that card, that booklet in your hand. The sky's the limit.
Well, I did. Okay, so here she says that document is the ultimate achievement. Look, if that is the way anyone understands what a passport means, by all means, like you cannot force people to believe otherwise. If someone feels like getting married is the ultimate achievement, that is what they feel, it should be respected. So if for her, having a European Union citizenship is the ultimate achievement, by all means, also should be respected. We are heading somewhere. We are heading to my question of, does this woman deserve to be donated to? And we are going to get there, but we have to take it one step at a time. But I would just quickly like to say that having a passport is not even an achievement. When God blesses you with something, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Thank God. Or you're lucky to have something. Yeah? It's not really an achievement. It is what you do with what you have that makes it an achievement. You having a passport and not doing anything with it is having a piece of paper at the end of the day. Yeah. And I totally understand that it looks like maybe this is one of the only things Lolo can actually show for all her years abroad. So she really has to showcase it and make it look like, oh my God, this is the greatest. If you don't have it, you never arrive. I do understand. If a woman is just, okay, the only thing she has is a child, she's going to promote that child, showcase that child, and praise that child and make it look like, I totally understand. And that is where all of this is coming from. I believe that, okay, I don't know. It also stems, I believe, from a place of low self-esteem to look at other people and think, oh my God, this one bought this house, this one built this house, this one has this investment, this business, but the only thing I have is a passport. So I have to highlight it. I have to, do you know what I mean? So that is what is happening here, but we have not landed. That is not where we are going to with this story. But of course, we have to continue to educate people. And I totally know that there are people who watched that video and thought, okay, madam, you're just talking out of your nose. Because she said, money don't matter. Those are the words she used. Money don't matter. And I'm like, hello? Give me something to choose. Tell me, choose between a passport and money. I'm going to go for, and most people will go for money. You know why? Because with money, you can get your passport. Does that make sense? If you have a passport and you don't have money because you think, oh, money doesn't matter, oh, I have my passport. You can do ish without passport, without that passport, or rather, without money, with only that passport. You can do anything without money. You just have that passport like a piece of paper in your hand. If you want to travel, you still need money to buy a ticket. If you want to go to, say, Australia with your European Union passport, you'd need to pay for a visa. Okay? So let's just continue to watch.
You that is taking social that is supposed to be loyal. You will not be loyal. Rather, you are the one coming to challenge Lolo. I'm not saying you should minimize yourself or you shouldn't be happy with yourself. No. But at least respect yourself. Get to where you are going first. Before you will see a passport holder, you'll be challenging the person. If you know you don't have passport, if you call my name, God will not forgive you. And I will not even answer you. Anybody who don't have passport, don't saga me. Show it. Lolo, I have passport and I have the right to saga you. Go ahead, my dear. It's no problem. You understand? But no, you don't have passport.
Okay, you guys. So I think we have finally arrived to where we are going to, and we are going to answer the question in a jiffy. Now, she started with, you're taking social. You're supposed to be loyal, but you won't on the carry shoulder with passport holder. That one already says that you're worthless if you don't have a passport and you want to come and be rubbing shoulders with me that owns a passport. I want to say clearly that a passport is not what determines your quality as a human being. It is your character, your personality that determines who you are as a human being, not the paper you're holding. We are going to get to the importance of having a European Union passport at the end of this video. I'm going to talk about that. I'm not sitting here to say it's not important. Hell no. But it's not the ultimate in life. It is not the ultimate in life. So for a so-called motivational speaker to sit there and say that because you're taking social welfare, you shouldn't even be talking when she's talking. This woman forgets, actually, or maybe she forgot that she used to be under social welfare. There was a time in her life, in most of us, there was a time in our lives that we were undocumented, that we had to apply either through asylum, through marriage, through student visa, whatsoever. There was a time in our lives. Lola wasn't born abroad, that all of a sudden she now has it. Was Lola worthless when she didn't have documents in Europe? Did she feel worthless? Did she see other people parading their documents and she felt like, oh my God, I have no worth? For her to now feel like she is superior than those people who don't have a European Union passport? It's a question. You guys should go ahead with the comments and answers. And she also said that if you don't have a passport, don't saga me. Don't even call my name. And that is where I'm going to kind of like lead you guys towards my answer if she really deserves anyone to donate to her. She said, don't call my name if you don't have a passport. I'm like, sis, if they shouldn't saga you when they don't have a passport, also tell members of the general public not to donate to you if they don't have passport. Why would you be taking money? Because you don't know the people who donated to you. I believe you don't know all of them personally. They are fans. They are organic lovers, as you've been saying. Less than 10 of them. But I don't think they reported to you that, oh, I have a passport, so I'm donating to you. You don't know if some of them are under social welfare. You don't know if some of them, I hope none of them is a refugee in a camp donating to you. I do hope so, because those ones serve their level, not even can't reach at all. We are still going to listen to that. Some of those people have just residence permits for maybe 1 year or 3 years. And you said those ones make not even talk to me at all. But why didn't you tell them? Those ones make una not donate money to me at all. That is where we are going to. So if people are not worth rubbing shoulders with you because they don't have the kind of document that you have, why should they be worth donating to you when you need money? Talk about double standards. Talk about double standards, you guys. Humility is free of charge, and pride goes before downfall. This is just pride. You guys, I have no problem with proud people. Absolutely not. In fact, studies have shown, people have done research on proud people. They are actually some of the most successful people, cocky people, arrogant people. They really go far in most cases in life. But you know the difference between them and what we are listening to is that those people, they have the financial backbone to back up their pride. You can't be a proud beggar. It's either you're proud or you're a beggar. I said that in one of my previous videos. You can be both. You can be both. Both personalities are opposites. They don't match. They antagonize each other. You can tell me, oh, I'm looking for a job, bro. I'm looking for a job. Help me, even to feed my family. Anything I will do. And I'll say, oh, that my toilet. Or I get neighbor where need somebody. The neighbor sick. You feed the help within toilet. They go they pay you something every week. Then you tell me, no, me I no feed the toilet. To any other one. Then you're not hungry because you're adding pride to hunger. It's either you're proud or you are hungry. So when I like proud people, like you can be proud in a good way. Sometimes over self-confidence can be misinterpreted as pride. But those people, they have their shit together. They don't go looking for people to help them. But when you are that person who need people to help you, you don't have any right to look down on anybody, no matter what kind of job they have, no matter their level of education, no matter the kind of house they live in, no matter the kind of document they hold. You have no right because you need those people. So if you're better than them, you have a passport, why? Like, am I making sense? You guys, am I talking to someone? Let me take a break. Let me have a sip of water. I don't want to choke. I don't want to choke for person matter. Okay. So that is where I felt like, okay, una fit give me money, but if una no get passport, make una no saga me. It's like me throwing a party and saying, now only Igbo people will come my party. If you be Yoruba, no come. If you be Benin, no come. If you be Shekiri, no come. Only Igbo people now I want for my party. But if you want spray me money or if you want give me birthday gift, then it no matter. Yoruba fi give me money. Ishekiri fi give me money. Hausa fi give me money. But they no fi come my party because they're no rich. They add up. Just they work like that. That one are friends with benefit. Okay? They work. So I believe you guys already know the answer to my question of, is this person worth donating to? Does this person deserve to be donated to? Again, I have zero problems with proud people, like zero problem, but you should be able to cater for your business. Yeah? You can abuse people's position in life, social position, not even, their social, situation. You use it to talk down on them and still expect people to still come on now. Let's